All right, hey. Ready, set, hike. One, two, three. Woo. Oh, there's a whopper. Hey, don't you start laughing yet. There's another whopper. And well, hello everyone, and hello Bridgie Rose. We are out here in our raised bed garden, which has things like asparagus and strawberries. But today we're going to be going through our 8x4, or it's a 9x4.5 raised bed. What? Hello. Sweet potatoes, and we wanted to do this to show you how much food you could really produce in such a small space. What? You've still got some beans on your face from rice and beans. We do have strawberries over here, and that's one of Bridgette's all-time favorites. But in here, and this looks like a huge amount of space, but to tell you the truth, the vines are spread out here, and the bed corner is actually here. So you can see it really has taken over. Sweet potatoes are a wonderful ground cover, a wonderful cover crop. And we're going to come in here, mow this down, basically mulch it, so then we can come in, we'll rake the leaves aside, we'll dig the sweet potatoes, and then these leaves, this greenery, will be a wonderful cover as we get into fall. Bridget, where are you going? She's going after the onions. But if we just pull back the sweet potatoes, it's kind of amazing to see just how much greenery you get outside of the actual bed. And there's the edge. You can see there's a corner. And the sweet potatoes just keep going on and on. So they're a wonderful cover crop for that reason. All this was I think 8 or 10 slips, which are basically, a slip is a cutting about this size. So I put 8 of these in the ground and got all of this, which is a ton of biomass for the buck. And I did notice that some of these up here, let's see if we can, we're actually sending some pin taters, which is right here. Your runners will actually, so it can actually grow potatoes. So those are perfectly edible, good to eat, very sweet. But that's not what we're after. We're after, and you can see Bridgette's, yes, those are the other ones that I found. You know what this kind of looks like? It looks like your large intestine. It sure does. But in here, I'll just dig one so we can see at the start.
What do you have? Potato.
Well, we'll come in. I'm gonna mow this down. We'll get the fork out, and then we'll be back and show you what else we have in there. What, you wanna show everyone these potatoes? Can you say, sweet potatoes?
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Now throw it to Mom.
Oh.
Woo! All right, we'll be back. All right, Bridgie, you ready to dig these potatoes? Looks like we got some right here. Here, come here. I need your help. Here, I need you to use the fork. Put your foot here. Yeah. There we go. Let's see what we got. That there is an A+ sweet potato, Bridgie. Look at that.
What kind of sweet potatoes are these?
Oh, it's a red jewel or a garnet, I believe. You showing Mom? Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good sweet potato. Here you go. Put it in the basket. I believe that might have been a pin potato, Bridgie, because feel anything else. There's another one. It's a good bacon potato. And one of the reasons we put sweet potatoes in here was because of how we got a load of compost and topsoil, and it was not very good stuff. And so a good way to do that is keep it covered, keep it moist, and keep something growing in it. And also we're gonna chop these leaves up, which we didn't do at first because it's just easier out here on the raised bed to pull them aside and dig the sweet potatoes. But we're gonna mulch these up and put them on here. That's a lot of biomass. All right, you ready to dig the next one? Let's see. I think right here. Come here, put your foot on there. Step on it. Step on it. 1, 2, 3. Woo! There's some sweet potatoes down there, Bridge. Oh, there's a whopper. Hey, don't you start laughing yet. There's another whopper. And, ooh. Oh my goodness. Another A-grade potato. Another whopper. Hey, this is off of one plant, Bridget. Can you get it? There you go. There's a good potato. Dad accidentally stuck that one with a fork. All right, hey. Ready, set, hike. And this is the beauty of sweet potatoes, folks, just because, like I said, this is one plant. And some of you may not want them to get this big because it's hard to cut and it's hard to store, but for us, this is great. We'll certainly be able to use it. So you could have harvested this 25, 30 days earlier and gotten smaller choice sweet potatoes, but we'll take the big ones. They eat just fine. They're also really good if you're into canning or preserving.
What do you plan to do with them?
Oh, I'm not 100% sure, but I just broke half of that off, if you can believe it. And then, well, we'll mention we are going to cure these. So we will take these into the greenhouse, cover them. They'll be in there for a week or so. Build that humidity up. They'll develop a tougher skin. You can also do this in the oven. Just turn the pilot light on, close the door, keep them moist in there for about a week, and you're good to go. But we're gonna get back to digging, and we'll be back to show you what all we get, but that's a good start for sure. Oh, Bridget and Dr. Miller behind the camera was helping. We got our sweet potatoes dug. It's a good bit of sweet potatoes, ladies and gentlemen, from one raised bed. Yeah, you did a lot of work, and I will say there's probably another 8 or 10 pounds that are scattered around that Bridget has thrown around, tried to feed to the ducks, tried to feed a loosey goose. So tack onto this another 5 or 6 potatoes this size, but some big ones, but also a lot of choice, perfect sized potatoes. Let's pick this up and see. Oh, 75 pounds, 80 pounds of potatoes here. That's pretty good. And this is, if you think about what the average American eats or what we would do eating a whole food plant-based diet, this is 2 weeks, a month's worth of potatoes easily. And, you know, from one raised bed. Yes. And they'll last a year. You know, they'll last a year, 2 years if you cure them well. So this is a great way to utilize a raised bed to provide calories, provide a healthy, you know, staple food. It's also fun for the kids, fun to utilize, and easy. No fertilization. You stick the starts in the ground, you let them grow, you dig it up, and then you also have this wonderful biomass right here that you could, if I wasn't going to replant this bed, I could just toss these vines on there. The frost will soften them up and kill them, where I could just go in next spring and plant right into it if I was in a more northern climate. But since I can grow almost year round here, pretty grab a drink, we're going to chop these up, mulch them, put them back on the bed, and we're going to plant into this here real soon. So, well, everyone, as you can see, all the leaves, the greenery are gone. We said we were ending the video before, but this is where we're going to end it. This is able to be planted into right away. One reason of many why sweet potatoes are such a good cover crop. I've got some collards right here, and this one doesn't have any tops, but this will be for informational purposes. And I can come into here, plant right into that, and I've got this wonderful mulch from the sweet potatoes. So there's an option, mulch up with the lawnmower. We've got to stop the video because My transplants are all going to be gone if I keep my back turned too long, but we love you all. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.